Hello everyone, I'm Priyanka Bish from DPS Lamachor. Today in this session, we'll be discussing about the methods of recording depreciation. As in the previous session, we have discussed the concept of depreciation, factors affecting depreciation. Today, here we'll learn some methods of recording depreciation and also how to calculate depreciation amount. So here, there are two methods for recording depreciation. First method is when provision for depreciation account is not maintained and when provision for depreciation account is maintained. So here in this method where provision for depreciation account is not maintained, only asset account is prepared. Whereas where provision for depreciation account is maintained, here asset and provision for depreciation account is prepared. In this method, assets are shown at their book value or written down value. Whereas in this method, assets are shown at their cost. So the basic difference between these two methods is, in this method where provision for depreciation account is not maintained, here only asset account is prepared and these assets are shown at their book value or written down value. Whereas in this method where provision for depreciation account is maintained, here asset and provision for depreciation account is prepared and these assets are shown at their cost value. Let's understand this with an example. See, there are different types of accountants who maintain these depreciation account differently. So the accountant who does not maintain provision for depreciation account, they prepare only asset account. For example, if the cost of machinery is rupees 100 and its depreciated value is rupees 10. So by deducting rupees 10 from 100, we get the amount 90. So now the cost of machinery is 90. So the accountant who is not preparing provision for depreciation account, he will prepare the asset account and he will show this amount of asset in asset account. That means the accountant is showing the book value or the written down value of the asset in asset account. Whereas in provision for depreciation account, the accountant prepares asset account and provision for depreciation account. So let's take the same example. If the cost of machinery is rupees 100 and its depreciated value is rupees 10. So here the accountant in asset account will show the asset on cost value. That means he will show the asset on cost value in asset account and he will show this depreciated value in provision for depreciation account. So the difference between these two methods is, here the accountant is showing the asset value on its written down value and here the accountant is showing the asset value on its cost value and he is preparing provision for depreciation account for recording all the depreciated value. Now, here are the journal entries for both the method. First is depreciation account debit to asset account. Now, depreciation account is debited because depreciation is treated as expense and we know expenses are always debited according to the rule of nominal account. And asset account is credited because here the value of asset is decreasing. Next is profit and loss account debit to depreciation account, and at last at the end of the year this depreciation amount will be written off by profit remaining in P&L account. In the second method, where provision for depreciation account is maintained, we know in this method, two account is prepared, asset account and provision for depreciation account. So here, first entry will be depreciation account debit to provision for depreciation account. As we know, depreciation is an expense, that is why it is debited, and here provision for depreciation account is maintained, that is why provision for depreciation account is credited. And at the end of the year, the entry will be profit and loss account debit to depreciation account. Here we are writing off the depreciation amount from statement of P&L account. So we have discussed the methods of recording depreciation. Now we will discuss the methods of depreciation. So there are two methods for calculating depreciation. First method is straight line method. It is also called SLM method. Another name of this method is fixed installment method, and it is also called as original cost method. So this method is popularly known as straight line method or SLM method. Now, in this method, depreciation amount is calculated every year on cost of asset. In original cost method, the depreciation amount is always calculated at the cost of asset, and it is calculated every year. Second point is amount of depreciation remains constant every year. So in original cost method, the depreciation amount remains constant every year. And at last, the value of asset becomes zero at the end. So these 3 points are kept in mind while calculating straight line method. First point is depreciation is always calculated on cost of asset every year. Amount of depreciation remains constant every year, and the value of asset becomes zero at the end of the year. So we'll understand these points with an example. Let's suppose the cost of machinery is rupees 1 lakh and depreciation is 25% per annum. Now, to calculate depreciation amount according to the straight line method, we will calculate 25% of 1 lakh on the first year. So let's suppose this is the first year. Here, while calculating the depreciation amount, we will calculate 25% of 1 lakh. So 25% of 1 lakh is 25,000. This is the amount of depreciation. Now, the value of asset after deducting depreciation amount will be value of machinery is 1 lakh. Depreciation amount for the first year is 25,000. So 1 lakh minus 25,000 is 75,000. This is the value of asset remaining at the end of first year. Now, moving on to the second year, again we will calculate the depreciation on original cost, because this method is straight line method, which means depreciation will be calculated on original cost of asset. So in the second year also, we will find out 25% of 1 lakh, which is rupees 25,000. That means the second year depreciation amount will also remain same, that is 25,000. Now the value of asset remaining at the end of second year will be 75,000 minus 25,000, which is 50,000. Moving on to the third year. Again in the third year, we will calculate depreciation on original cost. So 25% of 1 lakh is again 25,000. And the value of asset remaining at the end of third year will be 50,000 minus 25,000, which is 25,000. In the fourth year, again the depreciation amount of that asset will be 25% of 1 lakh, which is 25,000. Now at the end of fourth year, the value of asset remaining will be 25,000 minus 25,000, that is 0. So here all the 3 points is verified, as the depreciation amount is calculated every year on original cost method. It is calculated on original cost. Second point is the value of depreciation amount remain constant. See, the depreciation amount for all the 4 year is 25,000. That means the depreciation amount is constant in original cost method. And the third point was the value of asset becomes 0 at the end. So here the value of asset is 0 at the end of fourth year. The second method of depreciation is written down value method, which is also known as WDV, and this method is also known as diminishing balance method. So under this method, depreciation is calculated on written down value of asset, which means depreciation will be calculated on the value of asset remaining after decreasing or after subtracting the depreciation amount from asset. Next is depreciation amount keeps on decreasing year after year. In the original cost method, the depreciation amount was remaining constant every year, but in this method, the depreciation amount decreases year after year. And at last, the value of asset never becomes 0. So these 3 points are applicable while calculating the depreciation by written down value method. We will understand these points with an example. So here, let's suppose cost of machinery is rupees 1 lakh and depreciation is 10%. Rate of depreciation is 10%. So in the first year, the depreciation amount will be 10% of 1 lakh, which is 10,000. So the first year depreciation amount is 10,000. Now the cost of machinery is 1 lakh and depreciation amount is 10,000. That means the value of machinery at the end of first year will be 1 lakh minus 10,000, which is 90,000. Now moving on to the second year. In the second year, the depreciation amount will be calculated on 90,000 It is not the original cost method, it is written down value method. In original cost method, we were calculating depreciation on original cost only. But here in written down value method, the depreciation will be calculated on written down value of asset. So here the written down value of machinery at the end of the year is 90,000. So while calculating the depreciation on next year, we will calculate it on 90,000. So 10% of 90,000 is 9,000. That means the depreciation amount for next year, which means second year, is 9,000. So here the value of machinery remaining in the second year will be 90,000 minus 9,000, which is 81,000. Now moving on to the third year, again while calculating the amount of depreciation, we will calculate it on 81,000 because 81,000 is the written down value of machinery in the second year. So 10% of 81,000 is 8,100. Now the value of machinery remaining at the end of third year will be 72,900. So this is how the amount of depreciation is calculated under written down value method. So the first point was the depreciation was calculated every year on written down value method. Second point is the amount of depreciation keeps on decreasing year after year, as in the first year amount of depreciation was 10,000, then 9,000, then 8,100. So here the amount of depreciation is decreasing year after year. And the third point was the value of asset never becomes zero at the end of the year. Now formula for calculating depreciation per annum under straight line method is depreciation per annum is equal to cost of asset minus scrap value, or we can say estimated residual value divided by useful life of asset. So this is the formula for calculating depreciation per annum under straight line method. Now here is the question based on calculating depreciation amount per annum under straight line method. Question is, purchasing price is 5 lakh, GST is 30,000, installation expenses is 60,000 and scrap value is 10,000. Life of asset is 10 years. We have to calculate depreciation per annum. As we know, formula for calculating depreciation per annum is cost minus scrap value divided by life of asset. So here cost of machinery will be purchasing price is 5 lakh, GST is 30,000. Now here it is very important to note that we will not include GST amount in purchasing price. Why? Because it is assumed that GST has already paid in the purchasing price. Purchasing price includes the amount of GST also. So that is why if GST is given in the question, we will not include GST in purchasing price. Now here is installation expenses. So this installation expenses will be added to the purchasing price, as we have discussed in the theory part that this method is also known as capitalization. So here the total cost of machinery will be 5 lakh plus 60,000, which is 5 lakh 60,000 minus scrap value. Scrap value of machinery is 10,000 divided by useful life of asset. So life of asset is 10 years. So 5 lakh 60,000 minus 10,000 is 5 lakh 50,000 divided by 10,000. That means depreciation per annum is rupees 55,000. So this is how question based on calculating depreciation per annum is solved. So in this session, we have discussed the methods of recording depreciation, methods of depreciation, and practical question based on calculating depreciation per annum. In the next session, we'll continue with solving the practical question based on these two methods. That's all for today. Thank you.